Hey guys, welcome back to Indy Homestead. Today I'm going to show you the steps and time lapse of creating a native grassland prairie from scratch. We planted this over our septic leach field, and in a future video I'll be going in depth about the do's and don'ts of what to plant over a septic leach field, so if you're interested in learning more about that, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. But for now, I'm going to show you the process of establishing a beautiful, lush native habitat that's home to so many bugs and animals. Everything that we do here on our homestead is working toward creating and maintaining a relationship with our natural surroundings. This permaculture mindset is a way that we hope to give back to the land, and I hope you guys enjoy. The first step in establishing a prairie is site preparation. We started by removing the existing cover crop planted last fall. It's important to start with as much of a blank slate as you can. Any existing weeds will make establishing new plants much more difficult. Some people recommend use of herbicides while others recommend tilling. We were only working with a 50-foot by 100-foot area. You have to decide what approach works best for your situation. I chose a native grass and forb mixture from a local distributor. It's important to find plants that are suited for your specific region if they're to do well. There are many websites that can help you find exactly what you're looking for and get into contact with local nurseries. I've put a resource for finding seed distributors in the description of this video. You can choose to seed in the spring or winter. Spring seedlings tend to favor warm season grasses over forbs. Or late dormant seeding may suit your needs better. Many native plants require cold stratification for their seeds to germinate. Forbs that were seeded and allowed to stratify tend to get a leg up in the spring. Be aware that dormant seeding allows room for local wildlife to eat your freshly seeded site. Try to avoid late summer or fall seedings. Seeds planted in the fall may not survive the winter. Most native plants are slow growing and most of their energy goes into root production for the first several years. It may not look like much is happening, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Due to the lack of biomass in the fill dirt we were given for our field, I added dried manure to fill that nutritional void. Typically, fertilizers are not recommended, as they only encourage already existing plants to outcompete our seedlings. The first year is crucial for the success of the prairie. For the first year at least, and recommended into the second and third years, keep the growing stand no higher than 6 to 8 inches. This will keep annual weeds from seeding themselves into the next year and also helps to keep the canopy clear for light to reach the native seedlings.
And this is where you get sad because you feel like everything you just worked on for the last 6 or so months just went right through the window.
After the third year, the native plant should be mostly established. At this point, there doesn't need to be any intervention. It is possible that trees and shrubs may try to establish themselves, so determine what your end goal might be. Because our small swath of prairie is over a septic system, I'm limiting it to only grasses and forbs. Many government programs and even historically Native Americans would do prescribed burns to restore the prairie. These fires would remove unwanted trees, shrubs, and buildup of dead vegetation. Native perennials would grow back with vigor and with limited competition. I'll admit I was so eager to see progress, and because we started with a fairly clean slate, I allowed the seedlings to grow in their second year without mowing them to the recommended height. At this point, the plants were established enough that they required no watering at all. I just sat back and let things unfold.